Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 22nd of July 2020 and welcome to video number 208. Today I want to talk about how not to be a creep. And that's something that's kind of important because so many of us are losing our minds when we see, summer is coming and then we just, lose control on ourselves. And it complicates things, especially, with your friends or in your workplace. If you cannot control yourself and you're being this creepy guy, it puts you in a really bad spot. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, just to explain some things around this, because as with many things, nobody teaches that and nobody taught me. And but this thing is very simple if you understand the whole thing. So that's why I want to lay it out for you, something to think about and something to see how it all works in your case. So first of all, you've got to understand whether you like it or not, you will react to women. And I'm talking right here, as a heterosexual guy, I'm talking about this kind of situation. And if you're in other kind of deal, then translate it to that to your cell phone or to your particular case. So you will react to a girl, and I heard about study. If that's true, I don't know. Maybe that's an urban legend, but I heard that they were testing men, and we are able to react even if you see just the curve which simulates woman body. You don't have to see the body itself. And whether that's true or not, at least it sound interesting to me, because it kind of proved to me that there's more than you just seeing and reacting to what you see. There's some deeper level of programming that we have, that we react to that. And some people say that that's why the Coke bottle is shaped like this, because it attracts male attention. But whether that's true or not, tell me, if you're going through the city, and there, a really, really beautiful car just, drives by, what you gonna do? If you like cars, you're gonna react automatically. You don't even think about it. Just you see just somewhere here, and you just have to look. The same thing if you like music like I do. If you're sensitive to this kind of thing, maybe you're sitting in a restaurant or just going through the city again. You just hear the tune or the vibe, the maybe the tempo or rather the rhythm, and you just stop and just listen to that. Listen to that. I do that all the time. My wife laughs at me, but again, it's just something beautiful. Just react to that. You subconsciously react to something that you like, and it's automatic, and it will be automatic with cars, with music, and then with women as well. So then question, is that bad? No, it's not. You just react something that seems beautiful to you. But second thing that I want you to understand is something that I learned from my long exposure to doing photos. And I did crazy amount of photos, crazy amount of photo shoots. Starting from workshop with kids, going through wedding photography, going through with some parties photography, and then to doing a portrait or studio photography, and I did that with models as well. And when you go through so much photos, because for years I was doing, I don't know, crazy amounts of photos. I lost count, but it's now probably is more than 50,000 photos or even more. But then you have to do something with the photos. And I always laughing from my friends. They're coming back from, let's say, Vietnam or summer. They bring like 10,000 photos, and then for the next 3 years they never even open the director with the photos, because they say going through all of this is going to take ages. And that's how it ends with those photos. But I had to do something about it, whether that was work for a client, whether that was for someone that I just work with. So I learned a way to go through photos really fast. So I was able to go through, like, let's say 1,500 photos in 15 minutes. So first round I just go, I like it, I don't like it, I don't, and I just pick, flag the photos that I liked. And then after first pass, I was left with, like, let's say 300, And then I went to do it at a second pass, and I left with 100, 150, and then I started working with them. And it took me like 15 minutes, and you know, and I got so good with that. Then I started to observe myself while I was doing that. And after some time, I was able to say exactly, and just, you know, flying and seeing the photo for, let's say, a second, or even less, I was able to say, do I like the photo? Yes or no. And if I did like or did not like the photo, I was able to say, I like about this photo ABC, and I don't XYZ. And based on that, I'm making decision that the photo stays or photo goes. You know what I'm saying? And then I went even forward with that, and I was testing myself in a city. I was, you know, seeing the photos on the marketing materials, you know, the posters here and there, and the newspapers, and I was able just to look at it and tell you exactly why I liked or why I didn't like the photo. Because, you know, let's say she looked beautiful, her hair was awesome, the way she looked, the face expression. Or I'd say, this is bad because the lighting is bad, or there's chaos, on her with her hair or something like that. Just it took me less than a second to see the photo and tell you what is exactly the point, that I like it or not. And the same thing goes towards people on the street. I was able to say, I like this girl because of that, I like this girl because of that, or I didn't because of that. But then it showed me a very important rule, that there's a huge difference in between looking at women aesthetically and then sexually. It's a completely different story. And the more I was doing photos, the more I was doing photo shoots with ladies as well, I was able to make photos just because I've seen and I modeled how her pose or something, because I wanted to get this aesthetical beauty that I've seen in her. And then I've seen the situation that I was able to look at girls sexually, and this is a completely different thing. And I want you to be able to understand, because the first point that I mentioned, that you will always react to girls or ladies, is because their aesthetic beauty will draw your attention. Period. But then what you do with that is your choice. Because many times you'll just see, you'll react, and then you have to make a decision. Well, that's stay, and you'll say, wow, that's a beautiful girl. Look how she looks, look how she's dressed, look how her smile is so beautiful. Or when you're going to, go and allow yourself to basically, start undressing her and do other stuff. So that's why I want you to understand, you will always react to women beauty, because that's ingrained in you. That's how you've been created. But second, there's a huge difference in between aesthetical beauty and sexual beauty, and it's your decision how you react to that. But point number 3, which is tricky, you need to understand that anytime you see a girl which looks beautiful aesthetically or sexually, that was her choice. And I confirm that endlessly with endless amount of my women friends. They always said that the way they look, it's conscious decision and their choice. So you can see girl who is like, really, really aesthetically beautiful with the class, it's like classy look, awesome. Or you can see girl who is, in short skirt with, with a cleavage out, and then you'll know that I started to see that, years ago, that there's this thin line that with the way that she looks, and even more, not even the way she looks, the way she behaves, she can cross the line and go towards more being portrayed herself more sexually than aesthetically. So then you'll react to that. Second, it's your choice how you allow yourself to look at her. But then you've got to understand that it may be used against you by the way they dress and the way they behave. So that's why, going back to the subject of the video, how not to be a creep, you've got to understand that it will kind of jump on you, because you cannot brace yourself if you don't know that girl who want to be, sexual, look beautiful, sexual way that, she's gonna enter the room. You just cannot prepare yourself for that. But what you can do is decide what you're doing about it. Because now when you know the rules of the game, that you will react, you will see that. You're not blind, you never will. But then it's your choice how you're going to react to that. Then you'll be able to say if you allow yourself or allow her to, I don't know if take over is a good word, but how much she'll be able to use her looks and her behavior on you. Because, when you're aware of that, you're getting to the point that when she is acting and, trying to be seductive, then you'll say, no. I see you, I'm not blind, but I'm not going to play that game. And even worse, some of them will test you, including your girl. If that happens, it's a different kind of story. But, I had my friends testing me on that. Trust me. So that's why what I figured out, that it's not about you preparing and being mentally prepared to not react in a bad way. No, it's a matter of decision. How are you going to react to that? Okay, she looks beautiful or she looks sexy. What are you going to do about it? Because the whole idea is not to be defensive, but to act like you've got control over the situation. And that comes down to your making decision. If you allow yourself to look at her, oh my God, she looks so sexy. Or just say, she looks sexy, but I'm not going to play the game. And interestingly enough, the moment you make that decision, the kind of power of the thing that you see and her behavior is not going to have an effect on you. Just because you've decided not to do that. It's like, no. And then you'll be able to have the situations like I did. There were like very weird situations, and I was completely numb to that. Just because I said, no, girl, I can see that you're trying. I can see that it's like this sexuality is it like drops of you. There's so much of it. But then even more, just like keep distance. That makes you, I don't know, for lack of a better word, a boss. You've got the situation under control just because you see, you understand, and you make a decision. I'm going this way or this way. That's how you will be able not to be a creep, even though she tries to seduce you. So this is what I want you to take from this video. You've got to learn how this whole game is played. You've got to learn that you will have to be able to separate the aesthetical beauty from sexual beauty. And you'll have to make a decision. What are you going to do with this? Especially when it just presents itself. But the way not to be a creep and the way to be a boss, to have the situation under control, is to understand it and say, and kind of make a conscious decision to play it and, be kind of see it as aesthetic beauty, or see the sexual beauty, but not to do anything about it. And interestingly enough, what's going to be an outcome of it, you will see that ladies that you will see that they can be comfortable with you because you're comfortable with them, because you're kind of immune if they want to go too far. You're gonna gain their respect. They will like you. They'll be completely okay with being your friend, being in your midst, and then you'll be able to make a decision what you're going to do about it. Then, for those of you who are having right mind, will say, "Listen, I like this girl. I want to be with her. Let me just be with her and let's get married." Well, just that's what I did. Because then you've got to understand, if you use that to seduce a girl, she'll tell everybody else, and you're going to lose all of them. So play the game like this, or play the game like this, and you exactly know what's going to happen. So think about it and do something about it, because everything is in your hand and it's just a matter of your decision. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, tell me as well, what do you think and what is your experience? And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout. I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.